Okay, I got some new gadgets in today, straight off the boat from China. As you've seen in my previous gadget, keychain gadget video, some of the previous gadgets that I had purchased. And I just wanted to mention the Night Eyes pry bar. Let's see if this will focus. This ended up being the most used, I have it upside down of course. This ended up being the most used tool on my keychain. I mean, it fit the best on my keychain. The Gerber artifact is really cool, and it's got a knife and stuff, but you know, I just ended up going to this way more. This works out perfectly for the screw on the bottom of my SLR camera, to be able to tighten and loosen it to attach it to the tripod. And so I'm using this constantly, so very great purchase, and I think this was actually half the cost of the artifact. But the artifact is nice too, just for different reasons. So anyways, let's check out what came in off the boat. Okay, so here, the first gadget, and I'm sure you've seen these on Amazon, and they run between, I think it's like $4 or $5 on Amazon. This actually cost me $1. From China, $1. So I'd say, you know, that's a pretty good price. And what it is, it's just it's a cheap piece of aluminum. I'll back off a little bit here. It's just a cheap piece of aluminum, and it's a little mock version of some kind of attachment for climbers. When you're climbing a rock, you push this in the rock and it's supposed to hold you or something. But anyway. The fabric here is the cheapest part. It's kind of crappy. When I replaced the keychain loops with some stronger ones, you know, it almost grabbed here and almost started fraying it already. You know, but what do you want for $1? You know, I was actually surprised that any part of this worked, and that it made it off the boat with no damage. It's painted on both sides. I thought it'd be kind of cool though for I bought 2 of them since they were only $1 for use on my keychain with this kind of setup. And I haven't moved this over yet, but where you have these 2 pieces that connect together, connect your 2 rings. I thought put one of these on each of these key rings. So like you could have your keys hooked here and take them off if you need to. You know, have your gadgets hooked here, take them off if you need to. You know, or if you have things separated, your house keys from your car keys or whatever. But I'll tell you what, for $1, yeah, it's an okay little gadget, little keychain. You know, we'll see how it holds up. Again, for $1, it's a winner. Okay, the next little gadget is a cheap Chinese, China version of a Swiss Army knife. And when I first seen it, I thought, oh wow, look at that, it's really cool. It's kind of like a brushed stainless look to it. And I opened the package and boom, the thing fell out onto the table. And what happened to it when it fell out on the table is it loosened. Let's see, which side is it? I think it's this side. It loosened the little scale cover, and there's no way to tighten it back up. You know, it's got little bent over pieces of metal here that are cinched down, but there's just not enough of them. And I tried bending this, I've tried everything, I just cannot get that back on there tight. And the components are kind of crap. The knives were the dullest things I've ever seen in my life. I've been working on them and working on them, trying to get edge on them. I mean, because there was actually no edge at all. It was like squared off. And, you know, there's barely anything there. I mean, just, it says it's stainless, but, you know, it's junk. But anyways, it's got the knife. I'll show you everything it's got anyway. Bottle opener, flathead screwdriver. And then, oops. Sorry about that. The stuff in here is very difficult to get out. That's another thing that sucks about this. I'm breaking nails trying to get them out. Joke of a pair of scissors. There's no there's no spring or there's no metal to make them work, so those are pretty much just useless. The reason I thought I would try this out, it costs like $3. You know, I wanted to see what you'd get for $3 from China, and as expected, it's pretty much junk. I think that's like a fish scaler, which has a sharper edge to it than the supposed saw. I mean, this stuff is dull. I can rub my finger on here and nothing. I mean, just really, really bad. So, you know, you get what you pay for. And then on this side you have a Phillips head. Oh god, these are hard to get out. Not quite sure what that is, because all three of these kind of resemble each other. If there's some type of owls or fabric punches or something. Not really sure. Oh, this one's a file. Here we go. I don't know what. It's not filing my fingers, so I don't know. And then the cheap bent won't even sit down there right, corkscrew. So, you know, I don't know. I gotta say this is a junk drawer, desperation type knife. Definitely not worth the $3. You know, it looks pretty, but that's about it. Alright, so moving on. Then there's this little thing. This is a little tripod light. I believe they also have these in the United States under Stanley name. And it's a little keychain light, which I don't know what keychain you put on, because this thing's like twice the size of anything else on your keychain. One of the legs is broke. It doesn't want to stay together. But yeah, spread out the 3 legs. And it's a little light. And it's got, so you can stand it up like a torch, or you can click it down once on an angle, or you can click it down again so it's at 90. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go turn the light off real quick and we'll check it out. This thing's kind of funny. Okay, so we have it down on the table here, pull it back. You know, you can make out parts of the table. Kind of a joke in front of you. But here's the funny thing about this. I gotta show you this. Look at that, up on the wall, man. It throws out a really good spot. I mean, that's pretty good. I paid $2 for this thing. I mean, $2. That's throwing out some pretty good light. I mean, look at that. I mean, that thing is tiny. It runs off these little tiny button cell batteries, like watch batteries. And that just cracks me up, man. Let's see if we can get it up on the ceiling here. I mean, that's pretty impressive for a $2 off the boat light. So that, I gotta say, for $2, you know, it's plastic, it's really cheaply made material and stuff, but for $2, that's pretty impressive little thing. So that might make it on the gadget ring for a little while till it breaks all the way. But so there you go for that. Now the last one we have, this is really cool. And this was, you know, there's so many keychain gadgets out there. You know, but a lot of it everybody's seen. It's hard to find stuff that people haven't seen already, and somebody might have seen this already too, but this was so cool I couldn't pass it up. I think this ran me $3, $2 or $3. It's a 50-year perpetual calendar. It is awesome. It's got, on the inner ring, it's got the months of the year, and then it's got the days of the month. Then on the ring behind it, it's got the years, the different years, and then the days of the week. And you spin it around, so you pick out November, which is in the middle here, and you line it up with 2014. This ring spins, and then you could look down at Monday, and then it gives you the days for the calendar. You know, Monday the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. And it works for 50 years. I mean, that's really kind of cool. If the zombie apocalypse ever happens, here you go. You'll always know at least what day it is, what month it is, whatever, if you keep track of it. You know, it's cheap, shiny, fingerprinty type material. You can see the fingerprints on it. And then this looks a little scratched up, but it actually comes with a little plastic cover on it. You can see it coming up here. So that is totally cool, and that I totally like, and that's definitely going to go on my gadget ring because I really like that. So that was a nice, cool, little different type gadget. So you got that one. In order of importance from the best to the worst, which would obviously be that, I'm going to have to go with that. You know, this is really cool. I really like it. It's something different. This I couldn't beat for a key ring for $1. It's something unique, something different. So that I really liked. I bought 2 of them. And then this little light, you know, for, you know, the plasticky kind of crappy cheapy thing that it is, kind of impressed me throwing out on the wall anyways. Maybe not in front of you, but... And then forget it. This thing isn't... I don't even think this is going to rate the junk drawer. But again, you know, I always like to test all different kinds of gear. You know, stuff from, you know, really, really cheap stuff to high quality stuff. You know, to see what you get. You know, not everybody can afford the best gear, and, you know, some people, you know, some people aren't on a budget, or, you know, some people want to, you know, just try out some cheaper gear and see what the quality is and see the durability and stuff. Sometimes you get lucky. You know, more times than not you don't. But this was an interesting little experiment for stuff fresh off the boat. So I hope you enjoyed this little keychain gadget video part 2. And I hope you're enjoying great gadgets and gear. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more great videos coming up.